Hello you guys, can you believe we're on episode 5 of the Deeks at My Budget series? I mean, where has the time actually gone? How is it June already? But anyways, in today's one, I'll be honest, the spending has been out of control. Birthdays, all of that malarkey, it has been out of control. But we are getting back on track in June, so bear with me on this one. I have definitely overspent in May, but hey ho, we live and we learn. I do not regret anything. Right, let's have a look at the actual figures. But just before we jump into the video, if you could hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel down below. It's free and it helps me massively, so thank you in advance. Right, let's jump right into the video. So guys, as always, let's firstly start off with the overview of where my money has actually gone this month. So as expected, your kind of housing and debt are the top ones. You'll notice the miscellaneous has increased quite a lot this month, but you'll see why in a second. So that's the overall expenditure. Once again, debt is definitely the one that I want to get right down to hopefully nil very soon, but we're working on that. Right, let's dive a little bit deeper into the figures. Okay, so housing. As you can see, there is no mortgage payment for this one. The reason for that is because it was actually taken on the 1st of June instead. So rather than it being taken in May, at the end of May, because the 31st fell on a bank holiday, it actually moved my payment to the 1st of June. So I technically didn't pay my mortgage in May. So that's why I've excluded it from the budget, because I want it to be as accurate as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up with a double payment in June, but we'll come to that in the next budget update. Anyways, apart from that, all my kind of bills are unchanged. I am gonna try and get the Sky bill down slightly, so hopefully in the next budget update that'll be a bit smaller, but we'll see. And the housekeeping needs to come down a little bit more. It's not great. It's not great. But that's it for housing. The dreaded debt category. I'm pretty sure I say this in every single budget update, but yeah, unchanged. I've not taken out any new debt, still repaying the existing one. So yeah, my personal loan unchanged at 150 per month. My PayPal credit has taken a battering. I ain't gonna lie, it was his birthday and yeah, we've gone a bit over the top with the buy now pay later agreements. So yeah, that's gonna take a lot of paying off. But luckily, don't have to worry about it for the next few months. However, with PayPal credit, they have introduced a minimum payment that they want you to make on a monthly basis, even if you're only using the buy now pay later agreements. If I get any extra money in, I just pop it into my PayPal anyways, just to make sure that all of that's getting paid off, so I'm not hit with a massive chunk when it comes to it. Other than that, the overdraft, so I finished the previous month on minus 115.09 in my bank account. It's got the overdraft on it, so that's why that figure is there. And car finance, guys, this is my last payment. This is my last payment. I am honestly so excited about that, like, can you tell? I've been waiting for this day since I took the car out 4 years ago. So this is officially the last car payment, and I ain't taking out any new finance anytime soon, so that's going to come off, and that's going to make a huge difference to my budget in June. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you watch the next one. But yeah, that's it for the debt category. Let's move on. So we've got transport. So the insurance. Now the insurance was actually I paid a little bit extra to get stay insured on my car for when we went to Cornwall, just so we could take turns in driving the car. Fuel, yeah, trip to Cornwall included in that. So I can't remember the last time I paid that much in fuel, but it was so worth it. Guys, if you haven't been to Cornwall, I would highly recommend it. It's a stunning place and it was so worth the drive. But that's it for transport, and obviously the car's going back, so yeah, won't be as bad in June, I hope. What's next? Then we've got gifts and donations. Not too happy with donations yet again. Just not my best month when it comes to that. I really need to get back on track with that, and perhaps maybe set up like regular payments. I think that's what I need to do. Gifts to family and friends. So this includes some of the gifts that obviously I bought Steve, but to be honest, it doesn't really include that much. Next we have insurance, which once again again, completely unchanged. You've got your house insurance, my double life insurance and account fees. And I've been debating cancelling one of the insurance policies, but then I'm thinking, you know, it's good to have extra cover, right? But honestly, I don't know what to do with that one. I keep toying with the idea of just cancelling it, but then at the same time I don't really want to. We'll see. I'll have to review that. It might be different in June. Probably won't be, but it might be. Totally missed out the savings and investments. I mean, clearly not much to disclose on there, is there? Once again, I've put absolutely zero into my pension, absolutely zero into my savings, and absolutely zero into my sinking fund. So, yeah, not ideal. But as I said in some of my previous budget updates, repaying the debt is my top priority right now, and getting to a point where my budget is balancing once again is my top priority. So I'm not too fussed about obviously the savings and investment part being empty, because I know that I will grow that eventually. So let's move on to subscriptions. So the only thing that's different from the previous budget update is my printer ink subscription. So I actually pay £3.49 per month for that, but apart from that, that's completely unchanged. Then we have pets. So once again, just your kind of typical expenses. Miscellaneous. So going out, as I mentioned before, it was Steve's birthday, so you know, and we went to Cornwall, so of course the going out figure was gonna be absolutely huge. The takeaways obviously is a bit smaller because majority of the food that we have been having was kind of your restaurant type of food. So yeah, when I've added it all up together, it was slightly painful looking at that figure. But I know for the fine fact that in June that figure is going to be a lot lower. Coffees went over budget slightly on that one. I'd like to say that June will be better, but it won't be, as now that we can, you know, sit inside Costas and stuff, I do meet with my business partner on a regular basis, and we do tend to have a Costa every single time. So I'm probably going to have to up that slightly so that it's actually realistic, and other just bits and bobs that are one-offs. And the last category is the personal care category. So nothing for hair and nails. I really do need to get my hair done though, so might have to budget that into June. Gym, £30. We've been once. I don't want to talk about it. I've not bought any books, but I have bought some clothes because I realised that I don't have any summer clothes and I really needed to get some. At least now I've got a summer wardrobe, which is good. So yeah, over budget massively on that category. But that's it for the expenditure, guys. That is it. So let's move on to the very interesting part, and the part that you all wait for in these budget updates, which is the income. Let's see how I did in May. So guys, as you can see, we are getting very close to the projected monthly income figure, which is really promising. Things are getting better. They are starting to pick up more. So the total income for May was £1,758.71. So when we look at the overall net position for the month, it's much better. It's not great, it's still in the red, but it's much better than it has been. So my total expenses came to £2,253.35. So the net position was £494.64, which yeah, I'm okay with that. As I say, June will have a huge reduction in the debt, obviously without my car finance. So I'm hoping that June is the month that we're in green, guys. I think we're getting close. Now, when we look at the overall position to date and my income goal to date, I mean, we're still a bit far off. So if you're new to my channel and this is the first budget update that you're watching, my income goal for this year is £50,000. As you can see, we're 5 months in and that figure ain't looking pretty. However, I do believe that the second half of the year is going to be a lot better income wise. So I'm hoping that figure will grow quite a bit. Overall net position isn't great. We've got almost £3,000 to catch up on. So yes, it's going to be an interesting one, but that's a challenge and one that I'm willing to accept. That's it guys, those are the figures for May. So as always, I hope you've enjoyed the full transparency. I actually really enjoy creating these budget updates because I learn from it as well. I learn where I need to really cut back on. So in June, I really want to try and challenge myself to be in the green, to not overspend. It's going to be an interesting one. So make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when the next budget update is up. So guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give this video a big like as it really supports my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back on Monday with a brand new video. Bye guys!